For tuning in to the Turning Mind Live. Happy Wednesday. My name is Maddie Hughes, and I'm the marketing coordinator at Top of Mind. My co-host is partnerships manager, John Hardesty, and we're thrilled to introduce our very first featured partner of this live video series, LendingPad's VP of Sales, Dan Smith. Dan, thanks so much for being here. Can you take a moment to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. It's actually my favorite subject. Now, first of all, I just want to thank you, Maddie, and you, John, as well as Top of Mind for including me in this very cool series that you all have launched. So a privilege for us to be here. But Top of Mind has a very well-earned reputation in our industry. The mortgage world is a small world, and I've always heard great things about Top of Mind. But in my case, I've been in this small world for 20 plus years, and I've had I had a couple year stint at a mortgage company, Old Kent Mortgage, which is now part of Fifth Third Bank. And then I spent 5 years at Fiserv, where I led a consulting and support team that helped clients value mortgage servicing portfolios. And then most recently, I spent 15 years at Compliances. And while there I had different roles, I worked in sales and integration management. And then most recently, I interfaced directly with the state and federal regulators on projects. And then 3 months ago, I left to help with strategy and lead the sales effort here at LendingPad.
Awesome. Well, first off, Dan, I want to add what Maddie said. It's good to see you, my friend. I feel like we talk often now. Anytime we can interface is great. And before we dive into obviously the newest partnership and integration, and I want to talk briefly about ELA because you guys did such an amazing job on that. I want our viewers to kind of give you the opportunity to show our viewers a little more about LendingPad and talk about LendingPad and the amazing work you're doing. Obviously, over the last few months, I got to know LendingPad well, but I just think what you guys are doing is awesome, and I would love our viewers to get a chance to hear more about it.
Yeah, thanks. It's great to see you too, John. It's been a pleasure working on this partnership with you. There are a lot of good, solid LOS companies out there in our space. I mean, there really are. But there's a lot of moving parts to the business as well. And sometimes mortgage tech companies struggle to meet their constituents' needs. There was a Stratmore study that suggested that about 28% of users were even satisfied with their LOS. And so Wes Yuan, who's our founder, late in 2015, set out to launch an LOS alternative where clients would be highly satisfied, and that was the goal. And we're not perfect, but we try to tackle this in two ways. One is through support, and the other is through technology. On the support side, our lenders and brokers are helped by knowledgeable LendingPad team members, all based in the United States. And we have a chat feature that's monitored by that team. And we have screen share assistance as well, and of course, email support. On the tech end of things, we have a very modern structure that helps facilitate how we have set up our system. We offer a broker edition and a lender edition, and the tech enables us to be very flexible in doing a good job in servicing both and expanding in both of those platforms. So we also are a good choice for those who might transition or be looking to transition from broker to banker, sometime down the line. One of the key benefits of having a modern system like ours is that we are also faster to deploy than typical systems. So I wanted to mention that to our viewers, that we are pretty quick to turn on, from the LOS standpoint. Of course, the integration, which we'll talk about as well in a bit, is very much in concert with that concept. And, just in general, LendingPad is completely native to the cloud. We're accessible anywhere. You can use us on your PC or your Mac or your iPad. Multiple folks can be in the same loan at the same time, updating it. And you don't, within LendingPad, you don't have to worry about installs or upgrades. We do the heavy lifting on those for that task on our end. And we're newer on the scene, but we've begun to receive some recognition now. For example, we are privileged to be the only LOS endorsed by both NAM and AIM. And then we were just named a 2021 Housing Wire Tech 100 Award winner. So it's been an exciting time over here. Lots of change and evolution. And really in the last couple of years, we've really been enjoying some serious traction now with our product line.
That's awesome. And again, this goes back, and it's like flashbacks back to our original conversation, learning more about each other and our companies. But it's so great to hear. And thinking back too on that, those first discovery conversations, what really caught us at top of mind, really, we were really pleased to hear was how you guys approached ERLA. And, as well as anyone, the March 1st deadline had people scrambling, getting ready to go. But I noticed that LendingPad, you guys were prepared and you took the route of education and you were preparing your customers for it. And that really aligns well with us at Surefire, right? We have the marketing university, we have blueprints for success, all of those things. But how did you guys approach ERLA? How did you guys get so ahead of the game, and any feedback on that subject for our viewers?
Yeah, thanks for the question, John. And I think we're kindred spirits from a communication standpoint. The marketing university and such, we're similar to that, just it's sort of in our ethos or kind of in our DNA to have information just out there to take away some of the mystery. As far as ERLA goes, certainly it was a major change. The industry's seen major changes, TRID in 2015, but even, smaller changes that are still not insignificant. And, the one constant is change, right? And that's certainly true in our industry. And so I believe it's a strategic or competitive advantage that we have by being a modern system that we can adapt quickly. But more than that, ERLA specifically, I'll just say that at LendingPad, we have a commitment to our clients to minimize the impact to their workflow. And, sort of like an umpire, I guess, if I can use an analogy, when doing his job well, becomes nearly invisible. We kind of feel like an LOS, when doing its job well, becomes pretty invisible. And really, I guess what I'm saying is we just want to kind of stay out of our clients' way and let them, let lenders do what they do best, which is close loans. So just as a side note, John and Maddie, that's why for example, call reports in our system are a click of a button. We just want to let them focus on closing loans. So ERLA, the changes, a lot of that was behind the scenes, really, for an LOS. There's lots of work that was done behind the scenes. So credit to our team over at LendingPad. They got on it early. They worked hard. We became GSE certified. Our clients had no 3.4 file export issues, and we communicated the changes early. In fact, before I joined the company, even in January, it was right around New Year's Day, LendingPad posted a video showing all of the required app and field-related changes. And I just looked, that video now has north of 5,000 views on it. So it helps, and it helped it be a smooth sailing event so that people didn't hate March 1 around here.
For sure.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, there's no way we could go through this Facebook Live without touching on the powerful integration of Surefire and LendingPad. So audience, if you haven't already seen it, we have a landing page full of key benefits from this integration on our website. And, we've already seen such a positive response of the integration and in the marketplace. And, Dan, I'd love to hear what you're seeing on the LendingPad side and the value you see it bringing to customers.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie. so top of mind is well regarded, from the get-go. And so a lot of folks are just simply happy that Surefire and LendingPad are now connected. We're hearing positive things about it and positive things about the integration. It's in place now. It's being utilized. I'm sure, John, you probably want to opine more about the integration and how you're seeing, those details. But, from just at a high level, when a user creates a loan in LendingPad, data automatically exports to Surefire. And so coming over is loan and borrower info, key dates and milestones, service provider info, and so forth. And really the advantage is, real-time data synchronization that allows brokers and lenders to stay engaged with their borrowers throughout the loan process. So there's a great, synchronization alignment between our companies to help, again, meet the end results.
Yeah, absolutely. John, you've been working on this and I would love for you to touch on some points on the top of mind side.
Yeah, no, Dan, I mean, I think Dan hit it at the head. The biggest thing about the LendingPad and top of mind partnership is alignment. And from a technical perspective, we couldn't be more aligned. I mean, the power of the integration lies in the contact sharing, right? The milestone updates, and in Surefire specifically, what's happening is all that information coming from LendingPad is unlocking, all of the marketing automation. We have thousands of content pieces, right? All of that is being seamlessly deployed on behalf of an LO to a borrower or a lender. And that integration, that connectivity is so powerful. And what we've heard in the marketplace is that this was much needed. We came, we delivered. And I will put this out there as well. If you're on the LendingPad side interested in Surefire or vice versa, reach out, let's talk. I think, and Dan, you'll probably agree with this, one of the best parts of this integration is it is truly turnkey ready. We can get this up and running quickly, and you can be sitting at your desk and seeing, a borrower getting, from our end, all that interactive content hitting the borrower without even with the pre-configured automation workflows. So I always say this, I feel like, but this is just super exciting. The synergy, the alignment we have with LendingPad is next to none. And I can't thank you enough, Dan, and your team for the work and that we've done to do this. And I can't wait to see where it goes, because there's so much alignment, and it's been so much fun to this point, and we'll see what the future has for both sides.
You all have been a great partner, and the alignment is not just the technology; it's on the relationships. As you mentioned, John, it's been great talking with you, but our tech teams are engaging with each other, and so I think good things will continue for sure. And you mentioned to get that information. If it's all right, I'll pass on our contact information. They can inquire about it, through our system. So they can they can find out more from our end by calling 800-900-2823 or sales@lendingpad.com. They can also reach me directly at my first name last name @lendingpad.com, dan.smith. And then of course we've got information at lendingpad.com, the site itself. So like you said, we'd love to engage with anyone that's curious about it. We can happily kind of show what that looks like as well.
Thanks, Dan. We really couldn't think of a better guest to start off our featured partner series than with you. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to what's to come through this integration. Thank you to my co-host, John, of course, and thank you to everyone who took the time to tune in. And you can always email us at sales@topofmind.com with any questions you might have. After we sign off, I'll be putting the links to more information about the LendingPad integration and all of our other Surefire integrations as well. That'll be in the description of the live recording. Our next featured partner to join us on the Turning Mind Live will be with our friends at Sales Boomerang. It'll be Wednesday, May 26th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so same time in a couple of weeks. We hope to see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye, thanks so much.
See you, Dan.
Thanks.
We'll see you. Talk to you soon.